You are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K Sap. Well, today, man, we got to talk about it, man. This clip was sent to me by one of my faithful subscribers, and he wanted me to touch on what Jason Whitlock had to say about Shedeur Sanders' performance yesterday. And I tell you one thing, Jason Whitlock is probably the biggest clown that talks about Shedeur Sanders that's on social media. But we're going to talk about it all right after this. Well, guys, man, I'm here to tell you, man, I have to expose Jason Whitlock one more time, man, because we produced a show last week after that Tennessee Titans game where Shedeur Sanders balled out, where he threw for over 364 yards. He had 3 touchdowns in the air, and he had 1 rushing touchdown. He did something that no other rookie quarterback has done in the Super Bowl era since Joe Burrows. And now Jason Whitlock, after that game, he said some things about Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward, where he was comparing Shedeur Sanders to Cam Ward. And he said that Shedeur Sanders looks like he's going to be in the NFL for a long time, and he is a proven NFL starter. Now Shedeur Sanders plays the Chicago Bears yesterday, and Shedeur Sanders has a bad game where he threw for 177 yards. He had 3 interceptions, and he was sacked 5 times. And Shedeur Sanders had a bad day, but overall, the Cleveland Browns as an organization and as a team are just a bad football team and a bad football organization. And to put all the blame on Shedeur Sanders is just downright diabolical. Now Jason Whitlock sits here on his radio show today, his podcast, and wants to do some more clown behavior over Shedeur Sanders. And see, this is what I tell you guys about Jason Whitlock. You can't trust nothing Jason Whitlock says because it's a history with Jason Whitlock when it comes to the Sanders family. This goes back to Deion Sanders. This goes back to the Jackson State days. This goes back to the Colorado days. You heard everything that Jason Whitlock had to say about the Sanders family. He said that Deion Sanders in Colorado was running the biggest clown show there was. All the slander he had towards Shedeur Sanders, even Bucky from Well Off Media, even some shots at Shiloh as well. Now, it comes to this. Jason Whitlock, in one sense, said last week that Shedeur Sanders is going to be a great NFL quarterback. He belongs in the NFL, and he's going to have a future in the NFL, where he went to really slander and undermine Cam Ward because Shedeur Sanders had a better performance than Cam Ward, the number 1 overall pick in the draft, even though Tennessee Titans got the victory. Now, Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns play the Chicago Bears, one of the hottest teams in the NFL. And Shedeur had a bad day, and Jason Whitlock could not help himself by slandering Shedeur Sanders the way he did, and basically coming out saying as much as us Shedeur sexuals. It is asinine. Jason Whitlock is a clown, and he shows you clown behaviors. And like I told you guys, what do we do with clowns? We expose them and get rid of them. So we're going to listen to what Jason Whitlock had to say. And when we finish listening to what Jason Whitlock had to say, I'll come back and finish the show. But first off, we partnered up with Underdog Fantasy, and this is a word from our sponsor. Underdog Fantasy is the best way to play fantasy sports. Let me tell you about the easiest way to get in on some WNBA and NBA action. Find your player,
pick higher or lower, win you some extra cash. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry, get every pick right, and win some serious cash. Use my promo code SBD23 and receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Now that it's football time, follow Simply Ball Dropping as I share my picks. Like I said, pick your player, choose your amount, win money. Make picks, win cash. Thank you, Underdog Fantasy, for the partnership with us, and thank you for using promo code SBD23 on Underdog Fantasy.
Now, guys, let's take a listen to what Jason Whitlock had to say about Shedeur Sanders.
And toxic. They all came out yesterday. Shedeur throws 3 interceptions, no touchdown passes, gets sacked 5 times. The referees overturned a clear fumble that Shedeur had. The Browns get the brakes beat off of them 31-3 by the Chicago Bears. And the Shedeur sexuals run to the internet to blame any and everybody except for Shedeur Sanders. They run to the internet to make sure that everybody knows. Well, what did you expect? Jerry Jeudy, he dropped a pass and it turned into an interception, and that changed the entire game. And they put the entire focus on Jerry Jeudy and some wristband mishap in the first possession or in the first quarter. Shedeur has either the wrong wristband on or a wristband that lost. These are the play call sheets. Lost one of his play call sheets, and they had to fix it. Everybody, now this is a big controversy and conspiracy. How dare the Browns give Shedeur the wrong wristband? This is unprecedented. This speaks to their sabotage and how incompetent. And Skip Bayless and everybody else has run to the internet to say that we got to get him out of Cleveland. Between Jerry Jeudy and Kevin Stefanski and this wristband mishap, how could Shedeur overcome all of those things? Shedeur Sanders just isn't as good as everyone thinks. And he's certainly one of the worst leaders I've ever seen.
Called him the worst leader.
Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy and that pass he dropped in the end zone are the pass that he didn't secure in the end zone. I want to start there. Everybody's pointing the finger at Jerry Jeudy. They asked Shedeur Sanders after the game about the play and about Jerry Jeudy, and Shedeur promptly backs a bus over Jerry Jeudy. Play the clip.
Nah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So, it is what it is. I'm not one to ever kick somebody down when you're down. He understands that's a big play, and I'm sure he's hard on himself. So it's no need for me to be extra and do that.
I'm not one to kick someone when they're down. I'm not. It's not in me to ever do that. I'm sure he feels terrible about the play. Here's what a typical, normal
get out of here,
quarterback with an ounce of leadership skills would say. Jerry Jeudy's a great player. There's no way I can blame him for that play with all the mistakes that I made, the interceptions I threw, the fumble that got overturned, the passes that I missed. Hey, we lose as a team. There's no individual who is to blame. I don't have to say anything to Jerry Jeudy. I got my own problems I need to worry about.
Now, y'all heard what Jason Whitlock had to say. And that's why Jason Whitlock is a clown, man. Because in one sense, you're talking about Shedeur as a great NFL quarterback. He's going to have a long future in the NFL. And then you question his leadership. Another lie that you want to put out there that we've already dispelled and debunked about his post-game press conferences, the way he handles the media. And you're going to sit here and say this is what Shedeur said Sanders should have said as a quarterback to defend Jerry Jeudy. He answered the question the way it was supposed to be answered, and you're trying to tell him this is the way he should answer it? You should have thought about that when you played college football for Ball State and your career didn't go as well as you wanted it to go, and you never made it off into the NFL. That's what you should be worried about. You should be worried about all the failed attempts that you had at Ball State, why your career didn't go the way it was supposed to go, and now you're forced to do a podcast. Did you ever think about that? That's why I say clown behavior. Clowns get exposed when they come out with asinine. And then you talking about the Skip Baylesses of the world, the Shannon Sharps of the world. Everybody ran to the internet and blamed everybody except for Shedeur Sanders. See, it's quick and it's easy to blame Shedeur Sanders for the loss. But you know deep down inside that that organization is terrible. And you know that. But you still show clown behaviors, man. That's why we expose cats like Jason Whitlock. We expose cats like Jason Whitlock. Make sure, man, y'all share this video out. Make sure y'all hype this video up, man. I see everybody in the comments section, #salute. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. Oh, yeah, just in case I forgot. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.